Meanwhile, presidential candidate Mike Huckabee is slamming the White House for its intention to bring 10,000 Syrian refugees into our country in less than 6 weeks. He is calling on House Speaker Paul Ryan to stop it, tweeting, quote, "If Speaker Ryan will not lead and reject the importation of those fleeing the Middle East, he needs to step down today and let someone else lead." Governor Huckabee joins me right now. Governor, good to see you. Unfortunate circumstances that we're meeting here again under, but it looks as though you were effective in getting Speaker Ryan to take note, because he's coming out and saying that we need to be rethinking this entire situation.
You know, Trish, I was really heartened to see the Speaker take a strong stand and admit that there is no basis right now for us to have a wholesale admission of Syrian refugees when we just don't have any way to vet them. And today, Marie Harf, one of the spokespeople for John Kerry, took a shot at me saying, "Oh, don't worry, 100% we can vet these people." Right, we're supposed to trust the same people that gave us the Obamacare website, that gave us the investigation on the IRS and as well as on Benghazi, and the same people that investigated James Rosen. I'm sorry, but I just don't have a lot of confidence and trust in something that this administration says, especially when the president is out there yesterday saying that we don't want to get into these slogans about America winning. Well, Trish, I do want America to win, and I don't want the terrorists to win, and I certainly don't want to invite them over and not have a clue that we're actually inviting them to come to the United States and kill us.
Governor, let's not forget, we're talking about 6 weeks from now. I mean, even if you wanted to, even if you could possibly vet 10,000 people, we don't have any time.
Not only do we not have enough time, but where are they going to go? Maybe I would suggest they go to Chappaqua and they can stay in Hillary's neighborhood, or maybe the upper side of Manhattan, or maybe in Hollywood.
Well, you know, you say the upper side of Manhattan, I'm going to jump in, Governor. We've got Bill de Blasio, along with a number of other mayors across the country, coming out and saying, not only do we need 10,000, we need more. You heard Hillary Clinton there in the Democratic debate the other night saying she wants 65,000 refugees to come here. New York would be one of the places that would take these refugees in, Governor.
But isn't it interesting that the people who say this generally live behind gated communities, or they're surrounded by armed guards? What about the people that live on just neighborhood streets, and the people who don't have an opportunity to have anything to do with who these people are, where they come from? We all share a concern about children and women who are being raped and pillaged. But let's build a safe haven in that neighborhood. I was in Pakistan right after the great earthquake that happened there. There were tens of thousands of people dislocated. There was an extraordinary encampment set up to house them and protect them. Americans led in that, and that model is a whole lot better than shipping them 8,000 miles, especially when many people could get in on the ride who do not come here because they're looking for shelter. They come here looking for mayhem.
Well, and let's not forget that it looks as though one of those terrorists in the Paris attacks may have slipped in through Syria on a Syrian passport into Greece, saying that he was a refugee. Senator, we've got some news breaking right now that I'd like to get your thoughts on. The Majority Leader there, Mitch McConnell, calling for a moratorium on these refugees coming into the United States of America. I mean, in some ways, it feels like the elephant in the room. I mean, you know, we granted we're a humane society. As you point out, we want to do what we can to help these people. There's a lot of very innocent women, children, and men that are in this group. But at the same time, we need to protect ourselves.
The #1 job of the President of the United States is to protect Americans. It is not to protect the reputation of Islam, which I sometimes think seems to be his highest goal. And the fact is, if we want to say there's some real danger, we saw what danger looks like in the streets of Paris Friday night, and I don't think there's any American that's willing to take that risk. And they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be asked to take that risk, Trish.